Yeah, what is going on, guys? Bit of a late one, I know, but we're here and we're still grinding, right? 1 a.m. Right, got off at 11 something, came home, ate, showered, packed my lunch for tomorrow, and now it's 1 a.m. and I just wanted to check in to try get a back testing session in, just to let you guys know what I'm thinking, keeping myself accountable, as well as finding that A plus setup for the day. So let's get right into it. I'm just gonna name it XAU USD, whatever. We'll do 50K. We'll do this chart layout, this, and we'll just go random and just see where we go from there. Okay. First step, we're gonna analyze the high time frame, right? Where are we on the high time frame, which is where we will mark out our external structures, and um, and we will go from there. Okay. Um, excuse me. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Okay. Um. Okay. 4 hour. Okay. 1 hour time frame. We're displacing. We're breaking structure. We are displacing. Okay. Right. So you guys see that. So we'll do this by marking the 15-minute external. So just 1 second. I'm just gonna find out where the breaks are. So okay, we have this big pull up. Okay. Do we break this high? Yes, we do. We then get a break of structure back to the downside. You gotta get the gist. We then get a break here. Get a huge push up. Do we break this? Okay, no. Do we break this? We in fact do break that. Okay. So now we're actually working with a big swing. Um yeah, we are working with a big swing. So here's our dealing range, which is here and here. So all in between that. Okay. So we can get rid of that. Okay. We can see that price is actually made if we pull out our fib tool, right? And we do this all the way down to here. You guys can see equilibrium is around this area once again, right? Um, so we will see where price goes and to see what we are working with on the internal time frame. So let's see if we can get a break to the upside. Though we are bearish, um, I still feel like we can clean up some of this range before actually continuing down lower. So let's see if we get a clean break. Speed it up a little bit here. 5 minute. Okay. We'll see. Because we've got this whole range to deal with. Okay, we get a nice break. Let's see how we do in this zone here. We get a nice clean 15-minute break. So now the 15-minute internal is bullish. Let's see what we do here. Okay, we now tap back into that. Let's go to the 5 minute, see what we get on the 5 minute. So ideally, slow this down. See if we get a nice push out on the 5 minute time frame. And we get a nice close out of this 15-minute zone on the 5 minute. Okay, doesn't look too hot. Doesn't look too hot at all. Okay, that's all right. See if we break these lows. Still deciding. I'll probably wait for a new range just because this doesn't look that clean anymore. So we sweep out these lows. Hourly time frame. Okay, we just hit this hourly gap. Makes sense. See what we do. I mean, like, theoretically, we could actually take a sell-off here. Stops against here. And just targeting this previous low. I mean, we can see how that goes and see how that works out. See how that plays out. Okay, would have gone break even at this low here, this 5-minute low. Okay, would have been stopped out break even. So you can go to that. So what we are doing. So yeah, we filled that 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, still looking still looking bearish. Okay, we need a nice need a nice range. Let's see if we can break above these highs once again. See if we could break past these highs. Speed it up a little bit more. Looks messy. Looks super messy. Nothing clear yet. We need some displacement. Okay. We get a nice break. Let's see if we can retrace. Okay. See what we're doing on the 5-minute. Not happy with this. Ideally, we want us to hit equilibrium. Let me get rid of all this other shit. Okay. Ideally, for us to take a continuation, we ideally want to be in the equilibrium of this range here. So let's see if we get that. Okay. So now in the 15-minute, we have hit this order block here. So, and we are now within premium to go short. Let's see how we react on the 5-minute. See if we get a nice close. Okay, 15-minute. Have we broken that? No. Okay. Let's see if we get some displacement. Okay, we do have a unfilled 5-minute, so we'll see how we do there. I could honestly go short here just because we reacted off this order block, right? Price did break structure with intent. The only thing that isn't on our side at the moment is the fact that we um I mean we did break this. The only thing that is kind of sus is the fact that we haven't filled this range yet. We haven't filled equilibrium on this range yet. So buyers could technically still work, but let's just try it. Yeah, let's just try. Um, see what we can do. We'll go break even at these lows actually, and to see where we go from there. So let's try that. See how we go. Okay. Still holding this. Still holding this. Okay. We've closed above. Okay. So that didn't work. That's all right. What do we see on the 1 hour? 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I mean, again, that makes sense. We actually inversed this area here. Price used it to go back in and displacing away from it to then kind of clean up this range here, which is all right. Let's just see what we can get next. Right. Okay, so just waiting for that high time frame to be hit. See, we already made a mistake, not waiting for that high time frame to be hit first. Already made a mistake on the first one. So let's see if we can get a retracement into this 1 hour inverse after taking out these highs. Okay, price still looks like we still want to go up. We do have this breaker as well. Okay. Still on the side. Okay, get a retracement back here now. See what we do on the 5 minute. Slow down a little bit. See if we're willing to hold this. Okay, no. So if price doesn't want to retrace from that hourly, I mean, we're still holding it. See where we want to retrace to. We still have that 1 hour breaker. Okay, nice retracement. See how we do at this fair value gap here. Okay, we do have this. We do have this 5-minute gap here. Okay, I'm happy to take that. I'm happy to take this. Targeting previous highs. Let's see how we go. Instantly stopped. Okay. So not a good start so far. Okay, we actually closed below this now. Let's see where price wants to retrace to. Okay. Now hit this. What time is it? 3 p.m. So we are in Asia session. See what we want to do from this 1 hour breaker here. We still have this fair value gap below it as well. We still have this whole range. See if we get some displacement. It's 4 hours saying. Okay, not much POIs on the 4 hour. See if we break this high with some displacement. See what displacement we get. One hour is still bullish. 1 hour is still bullish. We're just waiting for a reaction. And 1 hour we still haven't taken any highs yet. So let's see what we get. 15 minute, what's a 15 minute saying? 15 minute, we still have this 15-minute gap here. When our order block, does still want to hold? Not order block, breaker block, sorry. $15-minute swing. So we might have actually filled. Yeah, so we did fill equilibrium. Okay, so again, wasn't an A+ setup. I should have actually waited for price to mitigate this area for us to actually go short at this order block here within that swing range. So I think what I'm doing wrong is that I am constantly jumping I'm constantly jumping um, different kind of ways of trading, right? I should just stick to one and backtest one and see how the results kind of pan out. So if the 15-minute is showing any signs of if the 15-minute, if we, we should be sticking to the 15-minute swing, right? And I think I should just backtest that and see where we go from there. Because I think what I'm doing is that I'm constantly jumping. Um, I'm constantly jumping. Constantly jumping like the way I'm trading, right? I'm trying to trade the short term, but I should be sticking with the long term, right? So it's I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I need to get it together. Okay, let's try this again, and we'll see how we go, right? Okay. Identify the swing. Identify the swing. So there's no previous structure. So let's see where we go. Okay. 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 So this is the next swing here. And what can we see? With equilibrium. We filled equilibrium, but not at a order block. So let's see if we end up getting that. We have these ones, this one, and our last one being this one here. So let's see where we go. Let's see how we go. Okay. Let's see how we go. Okay, still haven't got anything. Speed it up a little bit here. Okay, we get our tap into our first POI within that leg. Is it within equilibrium? Yes. Okay. Let's see what reactions we get on the 5-minute. Okay. Okay, looking like we're gonna continue further down. Maybe. See a nice displacement here. See if we end up holding this gap. Okay, we can actually look to take this. Following that our swing structure is based on the hourly time frame. So as you guys can see, we break these hourly highs, we wait for a retracement within the equilibrium zone. What do we have? We have this 15-minute order block, this one, and this one. This one seems to look like we're holding. So let's try a 1 on 1 to 2. We'll go break even at this high here. We'll see how we go. See how we go. Speed it up a little bit. Okay. Get nice displacement above these highs. So I'll probably go break even now. Let's see how we go. Because ideally, we shouldn't come back further. Okay, nice displacement. Let's see if we can, where we're looking to target. Let's actually target these highs. This looks good. Nice displacement. And we get commitment straight away. Okay, let's try that again. Let's delete this. Let's try that again. USD. Okay, let's see where we land. Okay, we cannot do this. This is like fucking ancient price action. 07. Yeah. Would have been 3 years old. Jeez. Okay. Let's try it again. We're going to be backtesting the same thing, right? I should be backtesting the same thing to see whether it's an edge or it's not an edge, right? So, see where we get. Okay. This looks more recent, maybe in the past 2 years. Yeah, 2024. Okay. First thing we're doing, marking out our swings, right? Okay, so looks like all-time highs, which I'll double check. No, it does not look like all-time highs. Okay, so it looks like we're chasing, yeah, we're just on a bullish rampage. Okay, so 15-minute, until last 15-minute break. Okay, it looks like all the, okay, so this looks recent. Break this, break this, break this, break this. Okay. Okay, this looks current. Okay, so the recent breakage structure would be here. Yeah, break this, break this, this, break this. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, yep. So that would be the recent break. Okay, so now, oh, we've actually got a second break here too. So now I swing, well, our current external swing is this, right? Could be small, could be big, but we will now wait for a retracement to see how we go from here. Okay, it looks like news hit. What is it? What time is this? 11:30. Wow. Okay. Probably won't trade that, to be honest. Okay, let's just skip this forward a little bit. See if we can get a new range. Okay. Got a new range now. this. See what we form. Okay, would consider this a clean break. So now it's between equilibrium of this. See where price wants to go. See if we end up coming up here. Okay, we make a new range. That's fine. Okay, just need to mark equilibrium of this. So it seems to be this fair value up here. So this is interesting. We've actually made a break here and also here. It's hard to know whether it would be a break or not, because you could consider this a break. But in this case, I'm not going to consider it a break just because we didn't have a significant pullback. So I'll probably just wait and just see where we go. We need a significant kind of pullback. Okay, this will probably be the last session of the night. Okay, I would consider this a break now. We've had a significant sort of pullback. Let's see on the 4 hour where we are. Okay, now making some legs down. Hourly time frame, okay, 15-minute time frame. What's our swing looking like? Equilibrium. See where we go. Okay, we are now premium to go short. Let's see if we tap this. Okay, we've tapped it now. Let's just slow it down a little bit. Let's see how we react on the 5-minute. Speed it up. Okay, get a sweep of those highs now. Okay. Okay, we get a break now. It's alright. Price breaks, it does this thing. Let's just see if we can get a pullback. So we have two order blocks that we can work from. This one and this one. See which one we get first. Oh, which one holds? Which one doesn't hold? Did we tab that? No. Still nothing. Okay, get a nice tap now into this order block. Let's see if we end up holding it. Go into 5 minute. So we would get slow down a little bit. Okay, get a sweep of these lows now. Get a reaction. Not convinced. Sellers still have pressure here. Okay, see how we close. Okay. Let's try this. Last trade of the night. Right. 15 minute. External went bullish. Right. Bullish could work. Why? We have this whole range to deal with. Right. So, for that, we waited. Price, I think, actually filled in equilibrium perfectly. Yep, filled in. Had a sweep of liquidity. 5 minute. Broke structure internally, or micro break, which is here. We can look to target these highs to for 1-to-1. Yeah, we'll see how we see how that goes. We'll see if price actually makes a pullback. This is kind of an aggressive entry, but for us to go break even, let's just see if price makes a pullback and then breaks the most recent high, and then we can look to actually go break even. So we will see. So there we go. Not really much. Speed it up a little bit. See if we break this internal high. Okay, so ended up taking out a loss. Let's just see if we actually end up holding this one here, this order block here. See what price was at this area. Okay, price taps in now. Let's see. Okay, get a little retracement. Nice breakout. Absolutely nice breakout. You can actually look to target these highs up here. Those are that is the most recent structure. See what we do with these highs here. Okay, we can look to go break even. Nice commitment. Looking really close. And boom. So, again, one thing I need to remind myself is to trade the same strategy when I'm backtesting to figure out what works and what doesn't work, what's profitable, what's not profitable. And it's just being patient, right? I need to tell myself, remind myself to be patient when it comes to backtesting. And just if I have to wait for those POIs to be hit, so be it. That's the only way I'm going to backtest properly. Um, and yeah, I mean, you guys saw in the first backtesting session that I was just all over the show, trying to trade internal to external. And I think what I need to do is just stick to one, find out which one works for one strategy, and then kind of move on from there, right? So to do that, I need to trade one thing to figure out what's profitable and what's not profitable. And yeah, I just kind of need to get my shit together, and just remind myself that just look for one setup. You look for the one setup every single day. That's it. If it doesn't come within the week, then fine, so be it, right? And I need to remind myself that when it comes to backtesting. So I actually prefer doing these lives. Well, not really lives, but backtesting in general. Um, on live. That way, I'm kind of talking to you guys, but also telling myself that hey, like what I'm doing is wrong, right? The first setup, as you guys can like, on the first backtesting session, as you guys can see, I was trying to trade internal, um, because I was hoping to fill. I was trading to hoping to fill that hourly range, and what ended up happening, we end up losing, right? Price ends up making a new range, and ideally, I should just be waiting for the range to be hit, right, rather than trying to trade towards it, right? So um, you know, tomorrow I'll do the same thing. I'll come back home. I'll try and get ready faster so I can make these videos a little bit faster. Um, and just to see how we get in terms of backtesting where we are in terms of what we can do and the trades and what I'm thinking in terms of my head of what is a valid trade. So yeah, 2 o'clock now. Just want to wish you guys good night, or good day wherever you guys are from, and I'll see you guys in the next backtesting video. Peace.